Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short, little unboxing video to share with you guys. So this has been an intriguing package here for a bit. This has been sitting here for a while, and I had to wait, until the weekend was over so I could get started on it. But finally going to find out what's in here. I think I know, but I'm going to wait till I get into it. Thanks to whoever sent this. We'll confirm that here in a sec. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. And please, make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. As per usual, if it's something I can link, you will find a link for this thing right down in the description. It does help my channel when you actually go down there and use those links. But that's completely and totally up to you. All right, we have some additional fortification here. Not sure. I think I am just going to go ahead and make another cut rather than try and figure out the folds of that. Yeah. So it is. I've been waiting on this for a bit. They told me that this was coming. Man, it really is gigantic. I wasn't sure how appropriate the name of this was, but I think it's going to be very appropriate. So what is this? It's another Katsu fixed blade. Oh God, that is so cool. This one has an aesthetic that I actually like quite a bit more. Is this also? It is. Guys, this has a core. So this is actually a sand mine. It's not sharpened on both sides here, but this is like a dagger or maybe bayonet style fixed blade. They call this the FB02 short sword. So this down here, I believe, is titanium. And then Sakura blade, the Moto design, which I think is, correct me if I'm wrong, is that the tie to the, is that the Metal Gear Solid? Somebody in the comments, maybe when I actually do like the video on this, I'll have the information correct, but I believe that person has something to do with Metal Gear Solid, unless I am completely wrong and just being stupid and mixing up memories in my head right now. But I need to figure that out and get it right. I think this is SLD Magic, yeah. The steel, which is, I think that's Sanmai SLD Magic. Can we see? There is, yeah. You can see the core right here. So this has been sandwiched. Sorry, my fingernails are gross. Man, that's good looking. It really does. I mean, it's obviously not like somebody who's like a sword expert is going to come in and be like, technically a sword. Yeah, and I don't think anybody's really like, we will call this a sword now, right? Now, I think they're just being funny with it because it's a really long knife, right? But yeah, it does. I mean, it certainly feels longer than your standard. I was worried when I saw the picture that the handle was going to be too short, which sometimes happens with, fixed blades. Obviously, I don't need the handle to be long enough to two-hand it. I'm not going to two-hand a fixed blade, but I like my hand to be comfortably on it without slipping off the back end or the side. The handle shape is really weird, but ergonomically it's perfect. I mean, yeah, there's real lock in there. I don't feel like I'm going to drop it. I love the transition from this is G10, yeah, it has to be, to the titanium. This looks great. The way that the blade is fixed into the handle also looks amazing. Obviously, we have mostly, it's probably not, this probably wraps around back here, but it appears to be, is this like a solid piece of, no, it's two pieces. I was like, whoa, did they seriously do one huge piece of G10 and then just like mill a slot in there for the tang? No, it's two pieces. I would imagine the tang goes down probably just before the lanyard hole, right? So plenty tang, but I imagine it's quite a bit thinner than the actual, maybe it's the same thickness, but it comes down, it's like not a taper tang. I can't remember what they call that, but really nice fuller here, and the divider line, the center line, is really nice, and actually does go out where it's supposed to go at the end. Oh, it looks great on both sides. Slight curvature there. That looks really good. They actually managed to do this. I'm sure a lot of you remember me finally deciding at some point to pull the trigger on the cold steel Taipan, which was just an abomination. Maybe I got a goofy one, but my God, the grind lines on that for what I paid, I was so upset, and I sent it back. And I haven't rolled the dice on another one since because it's not, it's not easy to do, but man, it was so bad. It was so ugly, and no, I wasn't gonna be dealing with that. This looks fantastic. Obviously, a different blade. We have, a dagger grind, kind of, but it's not a sharpened edge up here, and then it curves out at the end. And a slightly different style. But I think, it's the design is it's some type of fighting knife, right? I mean, I can't sit here and be like, this is obviously a tool, and, offensive weapon is a secondary function. Nah, these types of knives are designed, for that specifically. I'm obviously not going to use it for that, and the vast majority of people who buy this knife will also not be using it for that. But it's fun to, it's a fun thing to behold. Katsu's doing some cool stuff. I don't know a lot about SLD Magic. I know about the same that I did when I unboxed the last fixed blade, but it's a premium steel that's apparently been around for a bit. This just kind of disappears back here. Yeah. Okay, but it doesn't look bad. Super sharp, though. I mean, I think this is, the blade stock is really thick. So the center line, it tapers, but wow. That's got to be, it looks like a 1/4 inch. Hold on. I want to actually see this. I don't do a lot of fixed blades, but this one just looked really nice. All right, what we got here? Oh, it's much more than a 1/4 inch. Whoops, I slipped off of it there. 320 thousandths. That's a robust boy. It doesn't start to really get thinner until somewhere up in this area, right up here, and then it starts to taper out to the tip. So, if you can, we've got max thickness right here in the blade. Actually looks really good. There's just some smudges and things on it, but max thickness down the center and not a lot of room to drop down towards the cutting edge. So it feels sharp. It's as sharp as a really thick fixed blade wood. Now, obviously, this type of knife, people are going to be quick to point out, on that style of knife, behind the edge thickness doesn't matter nearly as much because the application is going to be different. It's actually plenty sharp. Very, you can see we're lifting the edges, right? Which is usually what you see when you've got really thick edge geometry, but still impressively sharp for that blade geometry. That's wild. This thing is a beast, and absolutely, that is an intimidating blade. It really does kind of look like a short sword, right? Pretty sweet. I appreciate Katsu letting me check this one out. You'll get a video on it at some point. I don't have a way of I'm not a combat expert. I don't have a way of testing. I don't have experience waving around combat weapons. So I'm going to do what I usually do and speak to the design. And then you guys, I wouldn't take, expert combat advice from the YouTube comment section, even though that's, people tend to claim, I'm a combat expert, et cetera, et cetera. But I guess if you want to take the information that you'll get from my design review and then go and seek information from actual professionals about whether or not this is a capable combat style knife, I don't know. You can do whatever you want, right? It's the internet. But I'll speak to the design. So far, just as a regular knife enthusiast, just a guy who just likes knives, this is really cool. I think the vast majority of people holding this will be like, wow, that is a cool knife. That's my expert analysis there. It's neat that it's San Mai. Pretty cool. Okay. If it is, it means that the core is SLD Magic, and then I have no idea what the actual jacket is. Maybe they did VG10 as the jacket. Who knows? or some type of like super high stainless, you know, high toughness, high stainless composition. 420J, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, that's going to be pretty much it for the unboxing. Please make sure, like I said, I'll link this down below if you guys want to check it out. I'll absolutely have a link for this. They also are the people behind the folding hatchet thing and the weird folding scythe thing that also apparently is going to arrive on my channel at some point. So if you want to check those out, they'll be linked down below. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. And if you, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like. So check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.